tale about a dog that's always got his head in a book. That's because the wonder dog in question, Greyhound Scots, has been recruited to teach children to learn to read. Scots is known as a read dog. That stands for Reading Education Assistance Dog. Clever, huh? Scots was the first of this kind of dog in the UK, which makes what he does extra special. So much so that Scots has also been given the important task of training up another dog to take over from him when he retires. The dog in question is this fella, Danny. Problem is, Danny's still a pup, and pups like doing things like bouncing around, barking, and tearing things up. So there's a lot of work to do. Read dogs like Scots are required to be calm and quiet as they listen to the children read. There's no one calmer and more patient than Scots. Almost a bit too mellow, in fact. It's a dog's life. Maybe Scots is daydreaming about his former glory as a champion greyhound racer. In his past life as a champion racing greyhound, his full name was Scots Kelly. He won the ARC Trophy in 2001 and even went to Downing Street. What a glamorous life he had. Despite having a reputation for being speedy, greyhounds like Scots make for perfect reading tutors, as by nature they're gentle and affectionate around children.
So Scots is such a really nice dog. I actually haven't heard him bark, ever, because I think that is just his character, that he's so laid back.
Are we keeping you up, Scots? Come on, we've got to go and listen to those kids read. And today he's taking his apprentice Danny with him. Best behavior in school today, please, Danny. It's Scott's reputation at stake here. You've got to do this job by the book. An important dog like Scott's obviously deserves a uniform befitting a superhero. Check out that waistcoat and bandana.
You behave.
Danny, that's something you aim for. No pressure, buddy. But today, all you need is to be calm and gentle for the kids. That doesn't sound too hard, does it? Danny, we're talking to you. Just make sure you follow Scott's lead. This guy's an old pro.
Come on.
The read team arrive at the school and it's straight to work.
Hello there.
There are lots of children who want to read to the dogs. Scots, you got a lot of listening to do today. Super cool Scots isn't hurrying. Always time to do some sunbathing. But in superhero style, Scots answers the call of duty. There are lots of poems to listen to, and Scots is your dog to hear them.
It's easier for the children to read to Scots than it is to a person, because with a person, they always feel like you're judging them. With Scots, they know that he's not going to say to them that wasn't good enough, and he's just there to listen.
And it's Danny's lucky day. He gets to hear some of the children's poems as well.
I'll keep posted.
Danny settles down to listen. Quite the bookworm, aren't you, Danny?
Do you want to read first?
Flashing white water, frosty snowy
But when Scots
cold,
turns his back for a split second, Danny lets his concentration slip and starts eating a poem. He's a hooligan!
Danny ate my poem, Scotsy.
I've heard of someone eating their own words, but this is ridiculous. What were you thinking, Danny?
I think Danny's going to get much better. He's doing really well. Obviously today he did rip up someone's poem, but it was enthusiasm. He obviously liked the poem, and the children saw the funny side of it. It didn't upset them.
Read my lips, Danny. You need to grow up. Whoever heard of a book-eating dog? An embarrassed Scots, for now, will have to continue his amazing work as a reading tutor to the children.
Thank you, Scotsy, for listening to my story.
After all, there's plenty of life in the old dog yet. It's not just today that animals have had jobs. In fact, history reveals that in the past,